In Genesis chapter 39, verse 11 and 12, the Bible proclaims, one day he went into the house to attend to his duties, and none of the household servants were inside. She called him by the cloak and said, "Come to bed with me." But he left his cloak in her hand and ran out of the house. We have all have our weak spots and areas of temptation. For some, it's a choice of just maybe gossip. For others, it might be reading a romance novel and desiring to have that life. For others, it might be to overcome a idea of wanting to spend too much money. Now, for me, if you're my friend, you would know automatically if I see the bright light at Krispy Kreme, it says hot donuts now, it is definitely a temptation. I can innocently drive by the donut shop and see that red sign, and it definitely grabs my attention. Whatever I was focusing on at that point is a total loss. The donuts yell, "Come, get me, eat me. Yes, you love us. You can't resist us. Just do it." The sign, it reaches out to me and it takes me over at times, and also the steering wheel. And I find myself most of the time pulling in to get a glazed donut or maybe even two. Maybe you find yourself with temptations. Maybe you're saying, well, the temptation is not as silly as being tempted to go get a donut, but we know that temptations can come small or great. Joseph in the Bible was a man that God Almighty put in the place that he was at to serve Potiphar. Potiphar was the captain, and while he is in Potiphar's house, we find out this, that Potiphar's wife wanted to seduce Joseph. Joseph did not give in to that temptation. In fact, what Joseph did, he turned and he ran away. He fled temptation. One thing is for certain, whether we are prepared to or not, temptation will come to us just as surely as Krispy Kreme donuts. They are cooked around and around, and the hot donut sign comes on. Lord, you know our weakness, and He also knows what we need whenever we are tempted. Today, I encourage you that if you find yourself in a place of temptation and a place of something that might destroy your life, remember to do like Joseph and flee from that temptation. This is Pastor Ken Smith, and you've been listening to Transforming Lives.